Rakesh, ask all your friends to join once again the same meeting. Okay. See, I can take class for another 15 minutes because I have another class after this class. Okay. I'll finish up this. See, next one is resistance welding. In case of resistance welding, we'll have two electrodes, and now when electricity pass, the resistance will get created and metal will get melted. Okay, this is how the weld will form. In case of spot welding, you can just find dots, dots, dots over there. Okay, that is resistance welding. This is means that is spot welding. This is seam welding. In case of seam welding, we'll have two rollers, and these two rollers will roll over the material. The material will get melted at the junction, and it forms a weld. So this is seam welding. Next one is projection welding. In case of projection welding, both the metal, one of the metals will have dimples like this. It means projections like this. And now when material, see the upper and lower yellow color parts which are finding is electrode. When electrode passes through this this dimple will get melted and it forms a weld. Okay, this is projection welding. This is flash butt welding. In case of flash butt welding, you'll have electrodes. This is fixed electrode and this is movable electrode. Some electric arc will produce between these two electrodes and these two metal will get joined. So this is flash butt welding. Next one is thermit welding. Thermit welding, we use it in railway for joining railway tracks. So I'll show you video for this also.
मैम वॉइस राख है मैम.
దీనికి వాయిస్ లేదు.
ఓకే.
So these are the materials which we use. They first mix all these materials and they pour into the setup which they have done. See, it is getting heated up there and getting melted. Now the metal is poured. Now welding between both the tracks will take place. Now after it gets solidified, it means after it gets cooled, they remove this equipment, whatever they have placed, and then using grinding machine, they'll grind the extra part. So that is hermit welding. Next one is explosive welding. In case of explosive welding, we'll have some explosive material which is kept over the workpiece. Can you see the screen?
Ma'am.
See, now, can you see the screen?
Ma'am.
See, you have some explosive material kept over this plate. See here, you have two plates and explosive material is kept over the plate. And now when you ignite it, the explosive material will also get ignited. Because of high ignition, the upper plate will be pushed towards the lower plate. And because of that ignition, means that explosive pressure, both the metals will get joined. Okay, but the thing is, it is not suitable for doing near our residence. It will be taken place at areas which are very far from the residential areas. Okay. See this. Next one is laser welding. See, he is using filler rod. That is filler rod. The wire in his hand. See, this is laser cutting. Okay, I'll stop sharing here. I'll share something new again. This is laser welding. This is soldering. Okay, this we generally see in our TV circuits, computers, mobiles. Yeah, this is soldering. So we have a thin metal, we melt and keep this metal. Okay, this is soldering, and this is brazing, where we use a filler rod for joining. This is mostly used for joining copper. Okay. This is brazing. Heat affected area is the area which is getting affected by the welding heat. See, if you're producing some arc welding, or else if you're producing gas welding, so because of the heat produced, some area of the metal will get affected. That area is heat affected area. Okay, see these are the different types of cracks we have, defects we have. This is crack, means breaking of metal. This is porosity. It means if air gets trapped into the metal, then the air bubbles will form, and we call this as porosity. This is undercut. Undercut is because of improper supply of material. And next one is slag. Slag is incursion of dust particles into the welded area. Spatter is when you are doing electrode, means when you are making welding. If the flow of material is very high, then the material will get split, means it will go and split over other areas. That we call it as spatter. Incomplete fusion is the material will not reach the complete area. Incomplete penetration is it will not reach the end level till the root. And overlap is where you get excess material. So these are the defects which you have. Now if you get these defects, we'll go for inspection of this. Means after performing the welding, we generally go for inspection to test whether we have these defects or not. So we have two types of testings: destructive testing and non-destructive testing. So these are destructive testing is where we break the metal and check. It means like strength of the material, hardness, and all we check. By destructing it, it means by breaking it, that is destructive testing. And in non-destructive testing, we don't break the material. Without breaking it, we check it. Okay, so these are the different types of inspection methods: visual inspection, dimensional inspection, metrological control, pressure testing, radiographical testing, magnetic testing, magnetic particle inspection testing, eddy current inspection testing, liquid penetration inspection testing, ultrasonic testing. All these testings we have learned during casting, if you remember. Okay, visual inspection is where we see and we say whether there is defect or not. Dimensional inspection is where we check with the equipment. Metrological is we check whether the composition is right or not using some projectors. Pressure testing is we insert some pressure inside and we check whether there is some leakage or not. Radiographical test is where we take an X-ray type of thing and check whether there is defect or not. Magnetic testing is we keep the particle in means the component in electric field and we check whether there is any defect or not. Magnetic particle inspection test is we keep some magnetic particles on the surface and we pass some magnetic field, and if there is some defect, all the particles will come and accumulate at the defected area. Eddy current is by passing the current we check whether if we are getting any beep sound or not. Liquid penetration test is the liquid will get penetrated into, if there are any surface defects, the liquid get penetrated into the defective areas and it will project the area. Ultrasonic test also will send ultrasonic rays, and if there is any defect there, we'll get a beep sound. Okay, we'll see visually, means with figures, if in casting once again. But for now I have another class, so I'll end up the meeting here. Okay.
Okay, ma'am.